Following the resignation of Bill Shorten as the Minister for the National Disability Insurance Scheme and Minister for Government Services, today I'm announcing updates to the Cabinet and the Ministry. I will recommend to Her Excellency the following changes to the Ministry. Amanda Rishworth to become, in addition to her current responsibilities, Minister for the National Disability Insurance Scheme. Senator Katie Gallagher to become the Minister for Government Services. Dr Anne Ali to become the Minister assisting the Minister for the National Disability Insurance Scheme. All of these positions will be in addition to the ministerial responsibilities already held by Ministers Rishworth, Gallagher and Ali. In addition, Annika Wells MP, the Minister for Aged Care and Minister for Sport, will be promoted to the Cabinet.
In a significant pre-election cabinet reshuffle, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has promoted 4 female Labor frontbenchers, reflecting a continued commitment to gender representation in leadership roles. The reshuffle follows the announcement of NDIS Minister Bill Shorten's retirement from politics to assume the role of Vice-Chancellor at the University of Canberra. This development, along with Opposition Leader Peter Dutton's anticipated reshuffle, underscores the evolving political landscape as both major parties prepare for the federal election. Among the notable changes, Social Services Minister Amanda Rishworth will take on the critical responsibility of leading a major overhaul of the National Disability Insurance Scheme, NDIS. Her expanded portfolio merges social services and the NDIS, a move aimed at addressing ballooning costs and managing participant numbers. Early Childhood Education Minister Dr Anne Ali has been appointed to a newly created junior NDIS ministry to assist Rishworth, reflecting a collaborative approach to the challenges within the sector. Finance Minister Katie Gallagher, already managing the portfolios of women and the public service, will now oversee government services. This includes responsibility for welfare agencies such as Centrelink, further broadening her extensive remit. Additionally, Aged Care and Sports Minister Annika Wells will fill the cabinet vacancy created by Shorten's departure, marking a significant milestone in her political career. Wells' promotion brings the gender balance in Labor's cabinet to near parity, with 12 men and 11 women. Prime Minister Albanese commended Wells, describing the 39-year-old as an outstanding minister. Her leadership in reforming the aged care funding model has been widely acknowledged. However, her elevation has sparked some discontent in Western Australia, where representation in cabinet remains limited. Veterans Affairs Minister Matt Keogh was overlooked for a promotion, a decision that may fuel discussions around geographic diversity in the cabinet. While Rishworth's appointment as NDIS Minister is seen as a logical progression given her existing responsibilities for disabled Australians outside the scheme, the decision to combine the NDIS and social services portfolios has drawn criticism from disability advocates. Russ Joyce, CEO of the Australian Federation of Disability Organisations, expressed disappointment, labelling the move a backward step. Joyce emphasised the importance of dedicated ministerial focus on the NDIS, noting the scheme's scale and complexity. Rishworth acknowledged the significant legacy of her predecessor, Bill Shorten, who played a pivotal role in designing the NDIS during his tenure as a junior minister in the Gillard government. He has overseen significant reforms to the National Disability Insurance Scheme and has been a champion for the Labor-introduced scheme from its inception, she said. Under his leadership, we have seen people with disability put back at the centre of the NDIS. Meanwhile, Opposition Leader Peter Dutton is also preparing for a reshuffle, with retiring frontbenchers Simon Birmingham and Paul Fletcher creating vacancies. Although Dutton has not announced a timeline, his changes will likely reflect strategic adjustments ahead of the election. In another key development, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has pledged the strongest possible action against Russia if reports of an Australian citizen's death in Ukraine are confirmed. The remarks follow claims by 7 News that Melbourne schoolteacher Oscar Jenkins, who volunteered to fight alongside Ukrainian forces, was killed while in Russian captivity. The Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, DFAT, has yet to verify the report, but officials have expressed grave concerns for Jenkins' welfare. We call upon Russia to immediately confirm Oscar Jenkins' status. We remain gravely concerned, Albanese stated during a press conference in Tasmania. If there has been any harm caused to Oscar Jenkins, that's absolutely reprehensible, and the Australian government will take the strongest action possible. Foreign Minister Penny Wong reiterated the government's commitment to investigating the matter. She confirmed that urgent inquiries were underway and indicated that all diplomatic options, including the potential expulsion of the Russian ambassador, were on the table. "My thoughts are with Mr. Jenkins' family," Wong said. "They've endured months of fear and uncertainty about a loved one in the midst of a foreign war. These reports will be devastating to them, and they are in my thoughts, as I'm sure they are in the thoughts of many Australians." Jenkins, a 32-year-old volunteer, is believed to be the first Australian prisoner of war held by Russian forces in Ukraine. Video footage circulating on social media last month showed Jenkins in combat uniform being interrogated and struck by an unseen individual speaking Russian. If his death is confirmed, Jenkins would be the first Australian prisoner of war killed by a foreign power since 1951, during the Korean War. Wong noted that Australia has maintained diplomatic relations with Russia despite a difficult relationship over the years, referencing the downing of Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 in 2014 and Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. "We will consider all options once we ascertain the facts and verify what has occurred," she stated. To date, at least 6 Australians have been killed in Ukraine since the onset of the conflict. Jenkins' death, if verified, will underscore the risks faced by those volunteering in foreign conflicts and the broader geopolitical tensions that continue to shape Australia's foreign policy. As the federal election approaches, these developments highlight the complexities of governance, both domestically and internationally. From cabinet reshuffles to addressing global crises, Australia's leaders are navigating challenging terrain, with decisions that will undoubtedly shape the nation's future. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates on Australian politics.